starts now. Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Saints going up against the Vikings. The opening kick of the new season is straight ahead as we turn it over to our broadcast duo of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Still 0-0 here in quarter one, but an early test to check in on as we've got a third down situation looming. From the gun on third down, Breeze. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down.
A pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this third down situation? Time running out here on the play clock. Bradford looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And
a big early third down here for this defense as they look to hold on and force a field goal try. On third down, Bradford. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, too much oomph. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they get 3. This offense has marched the ball down the field nicely. In good position, can they finish the drive off? 1st and 10 in the red zone. Back to the ground, Cook. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. After the play, not a good sign. Dalvin Cook staying on the ground. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Now Bradford on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Morgan. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. On third down, Bradford. And this is going to be incomplete. Second quarter, this defense looking for a big third down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. Now Breeze on third down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Ted Ginn, his first touchdown in a Saints uniform. A long field ahead of this offense. They'll have to be efficient here with their time late in the second quarter. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Bradford now to throw on first down. Incomplete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Talk about a combo that works really well. Sam Bradford, short, dart-throwing quarterback, and Kyle Rudolph able to work the seams inside and make those tough catches.
Now Rudolph wound up shattering his career high with 83 catches last year, third among NFL tight ends.
And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crowley. And a big turnover there as his guys... A third down situation coming up in the third quarter, in this defense hoping to turn that third down into fourth. They run it with McKinnon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A third down situation coming up in the third quarter, in this defense hoping to turn that third down into fourth. Bradford to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, MattyT. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. A third down situation coming up in the third quarter, in this defense hoping to turn that third down into fourth. shotgun now for Breeze. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Ted Ginn, already his second. It's a third down situation in the fourth quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. To throw on third down, Bradford, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Craig Robertson. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Desperation time. Bradford on fourth down. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. This offense have got a really nice drive going. And now it's first and goal. A first down throw for Bradford. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal. Again, it's Bradford. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Tyler Davison. Able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Adam Thielen, a 7-yard touchdown. All right, time to jump back in. This defense already 2 scores down. Points here would certainly make their road back a tough one. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Eric Kendricks leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read. Better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
So that'll move them up 5, make the kick a little easier.
Now, rarely do you get kickers that don't want some yardage closer to the post, right? It's rare, but in this case, they'll definitely take them.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3. And they have been struggling. Can they get the score they need to get back in this football game? The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about.
Pass interference, defense.
Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
First down, Bradford. He finds McKinnon, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. To throw is Bradford. Going deep for Diggs. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again, Bradford on 2nd and 10. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now Bradford. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Bradford on first down. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 more there and another first down. The Vikings didn't lose their first game last year until October 23rd, but things not looking as rosy here as they try to defend a 1st and 10. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell. That'll bring up second down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
On second down, Bradford again. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. He got 29 yards that time. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll throw again. Bradford. Now a hit, and the ball comes out. Bradford's lost it. Bradford saying, let's go, fellas, urging his guys to get set. Second down, Bradford. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. So Sam Bradford forced to leave this ball game, and they'll hand the duties over to the former Houston Cougar. It's Case Keenum. Hard throw, incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now Keenum, gotta have this one. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Vikings going up against the Steelers. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Still scoreless here in the first, but a third down situation forthcoming. Let's get into the action. On third down, Roethlisberger. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Emerson Griffin. He's the one that gets him down. Our scoreless game, well, may not stay that way much longer as this defense is out there needing a stop on first and goal. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now Bell, and he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The numbers for Bell on the ground in the game last week. 14 carries, 74 yards.
As a good start to the season, they got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
6 yards still to go here on second and goal. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your teams.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Daniil Hunter with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. Third and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So 3 points is an update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. Drew Brees, an early touchdown pass in that one. McKinnon, and an alley to run. Touchdown, Vikings. Jerick McKinnon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. Let's see what this defense can do here. Ball at the 18-yard line in the red zone. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. This will be caught just inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They'll try again with Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his first touchdown of the new season. We've got an offense on the move, a red zone alert as we take you back into it with a 1st and 10 down at about the 12-yard line. 1st and 10. Bradford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now McKinnon. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
False start, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, Bradford. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Cameron Hayward with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there.
Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter.
Check down, 81.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. He completes it to Bryant. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the 1st down yardage before he's brought down. Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Man open right side. It's Rodgers. And he's able to get the 1st here as he's taken down at the 25. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. Let's get back into the action. The situation, ball in the red zone. It's 2nd down, and the defense needing to step up. On 2nd down, it's Bell. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. The Steelers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield. It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. A long drive here, play 12 coming up for the offense. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. This will be caught at about the 6. A Steeler 1st down, Roethlisberger to Bryant.
And Martavis Bryant back in the fold, which delights not just himself, but of course his quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. This guy, he can do it all, Brandon, able to go across the middle and stave off contact and make catches.
Sat out last year, as you're alluding to. Year before, though, 50 catches, 765. He's got his tight end. That's James. Touchdown, Steelers. Jesse James. So So time becoming an issue here late in this first half of action as we get back down to the field. A reminder, coming up tonight, Green Bay visits Atlanta. All sorts of storylines there. A playoff rematch, also the opening of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And then on Monday night, the Giants host the Lions.
So the Giants play on Sunday night and Monday night to open the season.
Yeah, 2 under the lights. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now Bradford on the catch. It's Jarius Wright. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. On 3rd and 1, here's Bradford. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Bradford now to throw on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. There's Bradford. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ryan Shazier coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Now a second down throw for Bradford. And he's going to go down again. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd and long for Bradford. Going up top. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden, with it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages. So it's 3rd down, ball inside the red zone, and his defense looking to get the stop they need. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now a first down carry by Bell. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So
in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Anthony Barr in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And Boswell's kick is good. The key coming up here, preserve the lead for this defense. 4th quarter, close game. 3rd down, here we go. On 3rd down, Bradford. It's caught by Trudwell. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. So this offense, they've made their way into the red zone now. They've got it a couple yards inside the 20 at the 18, 1st and 10. Here again is McKinnon. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
They were stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Now Bradford on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Bradford to throw it. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short. So we have a red zone alert. Tie game, 4th quarter. Very likely a deciding moment in this contest. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That's complete right around the 8. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They'll try and run it in with Bell. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Temptation there certainly to go for this, but I think you have to kick it, right?
The temptation coming from the fantasy owners, right? I mean, there are some that are going to want to kick it because they may have that kicker, but overall, get more yardage, maybe a chance for a touchdown, but no, absolutely not. Run that field goal kicker out there. Kick it. You got to take the chance.
A big drive now for this offense. They'll have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they search for a late score. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point kicker. Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. Got a man, it's right. And he's got the 1st down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Bradford now from the 50. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. A first down throw for Bradford. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Throwing, Bradford. He's got Adams on the hookup. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here's McKinnon, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Back to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation.
So the picture becoming pretty clear here. The defense just looking for a stop because a touchdown, and they would trail on the scoreboard. They're hoping to preserve this slim one-score lead. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets us into enemy territory across the 40. He's back to throw. Out left side here to Bryant. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow. Pretty tense spot here for this offense. A field goal would tie, a touchdown would win it, but they've got to move that football. Good news for them, they do have all 3 timeouts remaining. Back to throw. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's going to have to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off William Gay. And his guys are going to get the football. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice in the Major League Baseball.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Vikings. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
A red zone situation forthcoming as this defense will need to step up here. 1st and 10, ball at the 19. First down, here's the run with Martin. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The numbers on the ground for Martin a week ago. 24 carries, 95 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And now it's 3rd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Update from Buffalo. The Bills have taken the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They only get 2 there, but a pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this 3rd down situation? On 3rd down, Bradford. Screen play, McKinnon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And this defense in a little bit of a tight spot here. The ball is inside the red zone. 2nd down and 6. Second down, Bradford. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown. Time for this defense to try and stiffen as they'll try here to defend a 1st and 10 situation at their own 17-yard line. Time for this defense to try and stiffen as they'll try here to defend a 1st and 10 situation at their own 17-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And a 10th carry here for Martin. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And when you've got the 31st ranked rush offense in the NFL, you're going to see a few of these negative plays.
Yeah, and I don't want to be snarky about the whole thing, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. We've seen a bunch of those this season.
Winston gives to Martin on the draw. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Winston from the gun on third down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal.
When we talk about Harvard, you know we're going to talk about academics, but in this case, let's talk about a big year Cameron Brate had in 2016, the tight end.
Finished with 57 catches, 660 yards, and also 8 scores. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
One of my favorite safeties in the league is Harrison Smith. His ability to support in the run game, as we just saw there, that's key, but also can cover deep as well.
Jameis to throw it. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. And this offense on third down today, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown on the season. We have a red zone update. This defense stacked up here with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. Another tote for the workhorse, Martin. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They run it again with Martin, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Even though he's a 4th rounder, I think he might have a chance to play and prove that, hey, I could have been taken higher in that draft.
And we've seen so many times now, guys who go lower in the draft, undrafted free agents that become big-time players, Pro Bowl players, so you never know. 4th round pick has a chance to be a really good player.
Really, it's a solid, and Winston lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Folk's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. And that field goal caps it. 2nd quarter, this defense looking for a big 3rd down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. On 3rd down, Winston. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Just above 1 minute remaining here in the 2nd quarter. This offense looking to get down at least into field goal range, but they're starting on their own side of the field. A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington, and then tomorrow on Monday night we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
23 yards on the play. Bradford now to throw on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective, is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it really tough.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now a second down throw for Bradford. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
Third and long for Bradford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. First down, Bradford. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. He is a difference maker. A third down situation coming up in the third quarter, and this defense hoping to turn that third down into fourth. On third down, Bradford. It's caught by Treadwell. A very solid gain of 27. From the red zone now, Bradford. A dump down to McKenna. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal. Sort of a prototypical Sam Bradford drive here, isn't it? Just kind of short passes, gets another first down there.
It goes all the way back to college. When he was coming out, the number one thing everyone talked about was his accuracy, how well he placed the football in each and every...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jerick McKinnon. A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this third down stop in the third quarter? Winston. He's got Evans. And oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 32-yard line. A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this third down stop in the third quarter? Third and long for Winston. And that is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one again.
A solid drive here has this offense in really good position. Can they finish the drive off? Let's find out. It's 1st and 10 inside the red zone. The play clock's running down. Bradford. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. When the Vikings get down this way, they start looking for number 82. Rudolph had 24 targets in the red zone last year, tops in the league.
And that's what you do when you have a tight end who understands how to get open in tight spaces. Gronk knows how to do it.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Bradford. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph. The key coming up here, preserve the lead for this defense. Fourth quarter, close game. Third down, here we go. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a fourth quarter lead. And Folk's kick is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise, this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Jameis now on first down. His throw's going to be incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's second down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
And the D looking like they may blitz. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, his second touchdown. The key coming up here, preserve the lead for this defense. Fourth quarter, close game. Third down, here we go. Going to give this time to the tailback. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Play clock winding down. They're going to run. It's McKinnon. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 7. And we drop you back into the action. The field goal unit on here in the fourth quarter. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll bring him back within 4. Now this defense here really needs to hold them to a field goal late, or maybe could they force a turnover and allow no points? Time to see. They go play action here on first down. He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. On second down, Martin. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the defense as they'll burn their final one here and let that kicker stay out and think about it a bit more. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. From the red zone now, Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jaleel Johnson in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Winston gives to the tailback, Martin. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
They are in the 4th and Buffalo. And the Bills have now opened up a 2-touchdown lead. So what kind of a drive? Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. 1-possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair. Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. What a game we have for you here. The first meeting of the year between two of the NFL's most hostile divisional rivals. This matchup always among the most anticipated games of the regular season. It's the Lions going up against the Vikings. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team.
Still 0-0 here in quarter one, but an early test to check in on as we've got a third down situation looming. Bradford on 3rd and 2. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Morgan. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chop. Nothing on the scoreboard thus far, but that might very well be about to change as this offense comes up on a 1st and goal situation. On 1st and 10, Bradford. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it?
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Paul Warlow in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the 1st quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a
Our first update now comes from Atlanta. The Bills have taken the early lead. Tyrod Taylor, an early touchdown pass in that one. With a carry. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
On the ground, it's Riddick. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it. And that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. So here's the situation upcoming. 2nd quarter, 3rd down, and this defense just trying to force the field goal attempt. To throw on 3rd down, Bradford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And Forbath will put this one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. A third down situation coming up in the third quarter, and this defense hoping to turn that third down into fourth. Here's Bradford. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a third down situation in the fourth quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. Throwing on third down, Stafford. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Jaleel Johnson. A fourth quarter score from the Meadowlands. And it's the Jets who are leading in that one. Josh McCown, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. 3rd and 2, Stafford. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will get the lead up to 14. It's a third down situation in the fourth quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. On third down, Bradford. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want.
Desperation time. Bradford on 4th down. And the pressure gets to Bradford, and down he goes. Ezekiel Ansah. Well, nothing really overly complicated about this. The offense needs points, and in a hurry with just over a minute to go in the contest. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. Throwing, Bradford. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 23 yards on the play. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. A first down throw for Bradford. He's going to let it fly. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Being chased out left. Now a hit, and the ball comes out. Bradford has lost it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20, 10, 5. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.